So back to Genesis chapter 9, verse 3. God tells Noah, now you can eat meat. Okay? You're 15 years after the flood. Noah says, boys, go out and get us something to eat. They look over, they see a squirrel. They see a possum, and they see a stegosaurus. And they look back at that little squirrel and they think, he's small and greasy. He's not going to feed a lot of people. They look at that possum and they think, no, we'll leave him for the people in Arkansas. They look at that stegosaurus and they're thinking, we could eat on him for weeks.
So, your explanation is, of course, for one thing, a change in climate, which would be what I would say about the extinction of dinosaurs. Well, one of the things. The other thing is the searing heat that engulfed the planet and killed all plant life as well as all animal life that decided not to go underground or into the oceans and water. So, I mean, that is one of the explanations, but that's due to an asteroid hitting the Earth. Now, you're saying that the dinosaurs definitely started repopulating, but that humans were scared of these dinosaurs, which some of them they should have been. Like a T-Rex, I'd be scared of that motherfucker, but also I don't think that humans could take down a T-Rex. I don't think that humans could take down an Allofucking-saurus. It's just, that's unreasonable. But in any case, you're saying that they got off the boat and they got hungry, and so they hunted dinosaurs to extinction. How does this make any kind of fucking sense? Like, with the evidence that we have, how does this make any kind of fucking sense? If this had actually happened, don't you think that we would have, like, real depictions of dinosaurs living 4,000 years ago? Never mind the fact that you think that a global flood happened and there's no evidence of that happening. Never mind the fact that the flood story in the Bible is just, influenced by other previous flood stories that existed in that area. Never mind all of that shit. You think that humans were able to hunt dinosaurs to extinction, and there's simply no evidence whatsoever anywhere of this happening? Jesus fucking Christ, that's stupid. I mean, seriously, we should have evidence of this shit happening, but we don't. And you choose to believe, well, obviously, Noah got his old ass out there with his sons and formed a hunting party and killed all the fucking dinosaurs so they could have something to eat. Also, why on earth was it that when they got off of the boat, it was just the fucking squirrel, possum, and stegosaurus that hung around the boat, huh? Well, why is that a thing? Like, I mean, there's so many other animals that you could have chosen to eat. Like fucking ostrich. Did they just run too fucking fast? The stegosaurus waddled its ass away, tried to get away, but couldn't? Like, is that what happened? Maybe the possum was just a bit too fast for you. I can guarantee you, if you're hungry enough, you will eat the shit out of that squirrel. My point is that, like, there's so many different animals and everything else to eat. I would think that human versus dinosaur might be kind of a last-ditch effort. Also, what the fuck did they kill him with? Did they destroy the ark and, like, fashion, like, spears out of them? They hunted them with spears and shit? Obviously, that's what they did.
Mom and Dad, one of the things, though, that I want to keep bringing back to the forefront of your mind is this. Our kids have questions about these animals and other things, and they deserve the truth.
Yes. They do deserve the truth. But guess what, motherfucker? You're not spreading truth. You're spreading bullshit biblical propaganda that is not supported by any evidence anywhere.
Because if you don't take the time to invest and to put into their hearts and their minds the truth as it filters in with God's word, eventually they will get their question answered.
Okay, so basically the advice you're giving to the parents in the crowd right now is that you have to reveal the truth as it is congruent with a view of God, as it merges with the view of God. So it has to be God and then whatever kind of bullshit you want to feed to them. As long as God's in it, that's the truth. Is that right? Because that just sounds like God is a shield for bullshit, and you're using God in order to stop people from thinking about how bullshit the things are behind God. Because that's essentially what you're saying here. Use God to slip in all of this unfiltered bullshit right into their craniums.
Okay? But it may be from a a guy who's wearing a starched white lab coat who has absolutely no belief in God, who believes it is his job to undo their faith.
You see, that right there just shows how shitty of a person Brad is. Okay? Because that's not the goal of the majority of atheists out there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that there are no atheists that want to do that. I do think that it would be an asshole thing to do to make it your personal job in life to remove faith from other people. I feel like I need to reveal the bullshit behind the whole God idea, but that's not me wanting to strip somebody of their faith. That's me wanting to let people know what the truth of reality is, instead of this bullshit that people have been feeding them. And then just putting God in front of it so that they stop thinking about how bullshit all of this stuff is. That's not me wanting to rip their faith, or it's not me with a personal grudge against faith or wanting to deconvert people or whatnot. That's not what I want to do. I just want people to believe true things. And it's just simply not true that Noah collected the dinosaurs on the ark and then Noah also ate all the dinosaurs after the flood subsided. That is bullshit. And I don't think that you have to just stop being Christian or stop believing in God in order to accept the fact that an asteroid struck our planet, caused an immense amount of heat to be released, destroyed everything on the face of the earth, covered the skies with dust and blocked out the sun, and then everything that wasn't able to burrow underground or get into water or protect themselves in some way was just destroyed. That is scientific. What he is saying in this video is religious bullshit that you should not believe. This religious bullshit doesn't mean that you can't believe in God. You can still believe in God and accept that evolution's a fact, or that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. That's perfectly fine. I am not here to try to get you to stop believing in God. I just want you to stop believing in bullshit.